Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm really excited to introduce you to a brand new video series that I've created to delve into the daily lives of top professionals across various fields. In part one of the series, each episode will give you a glimpse of their daily responsibilities, their educational background, and potential earning. Today, we have with us Sukriti Kumar, who is a seasoned quantitative finance researcher. She will share her insights into a typical day of her life and also discuss the nuances of working in quantitative finance field. She's a great professional and also a mentor to a lot of people and help them achieve their goals. But that's not all. In part two of the series, you will learn how you can prepare yourself for a role like that of Sukriti's. We will discuss the skills and expertise that is required to excel in a field like quantitative finance and beyond. So, what are we waiting for? Let's dive right in. Let's hear from her perspective. Hi, Sukriti. How
Hi,
are you?
Vaishnavi. Well, thank you for inviting me and thank you for the greatest initiative. When I was doing my MFE, I did not have such an opportunity to, find something on YouTube on how to navigate through the entire interview process and how to basically get a job in quantitative research. There were very limited resources, so I feel this is the best kind of initiative that you could have taken, not just as women in finance, but generally just bringing out what quantitative research really is and how to go about the entire interview to getting a job to thriving in the entire in the industry. Thank you again.
Thank you, Sukriti. Thank you so much for your kind words. They really mean a lot. And I hope this conversation is going to benefit the users who are going to see it and they can really learn from your experiences. So let's dive right in. I really want to know from your perspective what is your role like? What do you do?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So I work with an asset management firm, which is called Putnam Investments. It was recently acquired by Franklin Templeton. I work as a quantitative investment associate, which is nothing but a quantitative researcher job, just different levels. And my day to day basically involves trying to find strategies for systematic credit. So generally bonds, basically on the fixed income side of things, I am not working with equities. I am working with bonds at this moment. Yeah.
So where did it really start? Like, what was your journey? Why did you choose quant? It's such a rare field,
Yeah.
right? Like, when did it happen to you?
Okay. So I think it was when you look back, there are some things that just connect. My journey has been, now that I look back, I can see the dots connecting. But while I was going through the entire process, I had no idea what I was doing. I started off with my undergrad at BITS Pilani. My degree was actually the rarest degree ever. My degree was called MSc Tech Finance. That got shut while I was doing my undergrad. So yeah, that was one hell of a year for us. We got a dual degree. Then I started working with Credit Suisse. 1 year into, so we have this PS program where you get to do an internship with a firm. I got to do the internship with Credit Suisse. I got a PPO there because I was working there for a year. They I believe there was a lot of iteration in my team. So finally, they asked me to come over to London. Yeah, in London, I was always in awe of finance. I think the first interview that I read of someone who'd done like an IIT and then an IIM finance degree. This is when you're same class age, when you have no understanding of what is going on in the world, but you aspire to become something. So that was my first introduction to finance. I always wanted to dive into finance, so my internship in Credit Suisse really helped me. It connected me to like a lot of people in a lot of different roles, and I got the exposure that I needed. Then I decided to do my MFE without knowing what the doors it will open. I just wanted to do a master's because I felt my quantitative skills are not at par. I got an admit, but at that point of time, I also got an offer to move to London. So I thought, why not move to London? I'm quite young. I moved to London, connect to a lot more people, network with a lot of other people. This is where I was introduced to the field of quantitative research. When I was doing my finance degree, there was no concept of quantitative research back then in India. So I had no exposure to it before it. In London, I got introduced to quantitative research. Then I talked to a bunch of people, and every conversation kind of felt like the role is inviting me. It was, yeah. Every conversation was very exciting. I always felt like this is exactly what I wanted to do. So
Right.
I applied again, got my admit from Cornell. Yeah, moved here in 2021. After 5 years of experience, I have a lot of experience. Generally, people do not come to do MFE after 5 years of experience. And then I got a job. Yeah, because I wanted a quantitative research role. My interview search was also very focused to only applying for quantitative research roles. And I got it.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, that's lovely. Like, and you also mentioned that you actually did your master's in finance before you
Yeah.
did your MFE.
Yeah.
So, and prior to that, you had like
I did
a
my undergrad in finance before I did my MFE.
right, right. Okay, you did your undergrad in
Yeah.
finance. And so, is it majorly purely finance, or did you have like an engineering background, or
So, yeah, the entire process was giving the bits at, then moving to bits. Yeah. And after that, when my degree got shut, the second degree that I did was, so Pilani offered me to do another degree. I did it in civil engineering. I knew that I did not want
right,
to go into engineering background. I just wanted an engineering degree because as a MFE student or someone who wants to work in a quantitative field, generally engineering candidates are the ones that people generally want in their teams because they have a scientific mindset. It's believed that they have a more scientific mindset than the others. So yeah, I feel that really helped me. Yeah.
right? I think that was a wonderful journey of yours navigating through the career choices. And you've got 5 years of experience in finance, and then you navigated through the quant areas, and then you came to US and you did your masters, and now you're a quant researcher. So that comes to the next question that I have in mind. So what is quant research? How does one get a good picture of quant research? How can they start?
Okay, so quantitative research basically entails collecting and analyzing like a lot of data. Generally, this data can involve, say, macro indicators, so economic factors. They can also be financial factors, for example, the movement of bonds, how the bonds have been performing in my space, or in equity space, how the stocks are performing in the past, say, 3 months, 4 months. So stuff like that is what we analyze. It's loads and loads of data, and you have to basically analyze that data, come up with things that you feel will help you predict the stock returns and stuff, and then invest in them. So yeah, basically investing in stocks, just using the insane amount of data that you have and trying to make a pattern out of it. Yeah. And this generally involves a lot of computational skills, skills, some financial skills as well. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
So, can you elaborate on the day-to-day responsibilities of your role as a quantitative investment associate?
Sure. So my day starts with running some automated reports that I've made. Yeah, that's just everyday reports that go to portfolio managers. They use those reports to basically gauge the performance that their funds had the last day. And then near about 10 is when I start working on the strategy that I am building. And generally, these strategies range from, say, 3 months to 6 months, depending on what kind of strategy it is. Yeah, and then I keep on either reading a lot of research papers after 4 or 5, or reading Bloomberg to analyze how the markets have moved. Yeah, that's it. So, starting off with running some automated reports, then working on building my strategy. than investing my time in finding new strategies that I can work on. Yeah, that is how my day looks like.
That was an amazing answer, what you gave. We just wanted to understanding the day-to-day responsibilities is a key for us to prepare ourselves. My next question is, my, quant is all about money, so we just wanted to understand how much does one make in quant research?
Okay.
And yeah, that's all the questions that
Well, I would
we want.
disagree with con being all about money, but yes, it's basically a range. So when you start off, as a sell side person, you will, and someone who has like no experience, will probably make at base 80 to 100, and then bonus is 100% to whatever, yeah, however your performance is. Yeah, generally people make double of their base salary in a good year. Then, as someone who has some experience and gets a job on the buy side, the upper range could be somewhere from say 170 to 190 to 100 as well, and that's the base. So over that, you get your bonus as well. Depends on where exactly in your career you are, and where do you finally start doing a job, on sell side or buy side. Buy side generally pays a little bit more, yeah, because they're very selective. So yeah, yeah.
So you're saying that experience is what actually contributes to the
Yes,
salary.
as in people do say that experience doesn't matter, but in the sample space that I have, everyone got placed according to their experience. So people who had more experience, they even the interview calls that all of us got, the more experienced one got, they got calls from buy side, and the people who had just done their undergrad and then came right into masters, they generally got calls from sell side banks. Yeah, so that was the difference. Yeah.
I really appreciate any feedback that you have for this role or any questions that you would want to learn from the top professionals in the future. So please let me know in the comments below. Thank you.